Jim, again, a 3-run first inning, and then it went all downhill for the Orioles for run production. How did you see that?
Well, they're not a real good hitting team. I mean, I'd like to say, these guys are great. Boy, they hit in the clutch. They get on base. They work the count. They don't strike out a lot. Well, that's exactly what they're not. Usually they hit home runs, so it's all or nothing at all. Which is a great song, but not when you're trying to be offensively competitive to the Red Sox or even, Tampa Bay, who had they had 2 really good offensive games down here. They got 5 runs and 11 hits yesterday, 7 of them to the opposite field. Today they made adjustments. They worked the count. Gausman was wild, didn't have the velocity. Rick Dempsey just told you that. He did get to 96 on 1 pitch, but he was constantly in hitters' counts. And what happens is when you're young players, you usually can hit the fastball. They worked the count where they got the fastballs. It kind of started with Brad Miller. Orioles get 3, and then Brad Miller hits a home run. A couple of years ago he had 30, but he's pretty much, I'll hit it the other way, which he eventually did with the double the next time up. But all in all, the offense is not a good one. And again, there wasn't a whole lot of energy, and it looks that way when your pitching staff gives up 8 runs.
Yeah, you're right, Jimmy. You look at that opposing pitcher, and the velocity out there is a lot less than what we're putting on the mound, but for some reason they go through our lineup. But the question I want to ask you about Kevin Gausman, here's one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. We saw what he was all about in his last outing. That finger fastball was the best I've ever seen. The fastball got up to 98, 99. I just kind of wonder what happens. Is it pitching from the stretch that causes them to lose so much velocity? Because that's unexplainable.
Well, until that last game, before the last game, one of the guys that you caught when he won a Cy Young Award, which is Steve Stone, said, hey, how about Gausman this year? I said, actually, he's pitching early in the game, low velocity, and then he can add. Well, in Chicago, he started at 93, 94. Last pitch was 99 that you talk about. Here today, he started at 90. Now, I don't think he was tired because, he's a well-conditioned guy. I think just what happened, he didn't have command. Maybe it's just, again, he's been pitching so well. He's pitched a lot better than the 3-3, now 3-4 record indicates. But, let's give them credit. They worked the count. They used the other field. You've ever heard of Christian Arroyo? He's taken Longoria's place. He got a double, a single, but they were in fastball counts. And I don't know too many young hitters that are trying to make a name for themselves in the big leagues that can't hit the fastball. I think it's coming. And when pitchers get behind them, they have a chance to think that they're going to get their pitch. And today they didn't miss them.